Hi friends, it's Auntie Cuckoo, and today I'm sharing my Christmas home tour with you all. Today's video is in collaboration with 5 other ladies here on YouTube that I watch and adore, so please visit the playlist down below. When you're done with this video, I will have a link ready for you to head on over and watch more beautiful Christmas home tours. Let's start off over here in my kitchen where I added a few touches to my coffee area. First is my brand new cookie jar that I love from Hearth and Hand. I also picked up this Peppermint cocoa sign at Ross this year for just $5.99. Now this year I did decide to swap out my curtains for some I found at Big Lots for $13. And I just added some berries and a bow to a wreath I already have. Up here on my chandelier, I always add this old wreath I've had forever. It's super simple and just adds a little touch of Christmas. Back in the corner near my hutch, I hung an old frame that I've had for many years. I just added some ticking stripe fabric behind it, and I hung the DIY banner I made. Now on my hutch, I went all out gingerbread. This year, I added some candy cane stripe wrapping paper to the back of my hutch. I used some cereal boxes and felt to create some more gingerbread houses. And yes, this is the little accordion houses from the Target dollar spot. I spray painted it brown and added some detail to make it look like it's part of my gingerbread city. Down below, you'll probably recognize a few more of my recent DIYs. These little gingerbread trees. This is the gingerbread kit I picked up from IKEA, and a Santa I've had for years. Now over here on the other side of my kitchen, I added just a little bit of ribbon and some of those picks from Walmart that I picked up this year. And this is the new home of my Peppermint Latte mini fridge. Along with my new cookie jar, these are my Christmas presents and I get to enjoy them the whole season. Inside, I just have cocoa and tea, some mini marshmallows, and some of those melt-away candy canes from the Dollar Tree. I kept the rest of the kitchen pretty simple. We use our table all the time, so I just added this Joy candle holder that I've had for many years. So now let's head into the living room where I did the majority of my decorating. So many of you who have followed me for a while probably know that I decorated for fall and then I decorated for Halloween. Well, between Halloween and this Christmas home tour, my house was kind of a blank slate. We were working on a few projects that we have finished, one of them being adding this piece of wood, this little topper, to our shoe cabinet from IKEA. On it, I've added the little Advent house I picked up on clearance last year from Target, and a few other things from years past. Now, many of you follow me over on Instagram where you've seen my struggle with refinishing this clock. It is a piece of family history, and the best part is it's done. That clock was my husband's childhood table, and I love it in its new refinished state. It matches the piece he just built me, this little storage area behind our door that we use some secondhand hooks on. It's a great place to drop your keys, your sunglasses. It's often covered in purses and backpacks, but I cleaned it up for you guys. Over here, I added the black accordion houses from the Bullseye's Playground, a few items I picked up thrifting this summer, and some stockings. Right next to that area, we did swap out the wood on our shelf for a stain that matched our new pieces, and I hung my new treasure that I picked up thrifting this summer. I just had to bring this beauty home from Idaho. I found it in a thrift store for $3, and it needed a makeover. It was really faded, and it was red with green trim. Now I just adore it. Now up on top of that shelf, I added some garland and fairy lights, and that's where I put last year's Christmas gift. Last year I was lucky enough to find quite a few of these beautiful bells at Ross. Last year I had them on my mantle, but this year I am loving them up here on my shelf. I have so many trees that I've picked up through the years that I just grouped on either side. And this is usually an area that I like the least in my home. This year, it's my favorite. To my thrifted mirror, I added the Merry Christmas tag I picked up at Walmart. And I'm so proud of myself this year. I gave myself plenty of time to get some projects done between home tours, and I actually have pictures in all my frames. Over in this corner, I added a wreath I got on a very good sale at Joann's. I just added the ribbon myself, and here is my third Christmas gift. My Christmas throw I picked up at HomeGoods. Something new to this area this year is this North Pole Trading Company sign I picked up at Walmart for just under $17. Down below, I have things I've collected over the last few years, including a galvanized metal sleigh that I picked up secondhand. Now last year, I promised myself that this year I would buy Garland. And I bought some at Walmart before finding this beautiful version at Walmart just weeks later. It was just under $15 and I did end up picking up 3 and I'm so happy with them. My old garland had been with me far too many years and had pretty much disintegrated. I don't know about you guys, but each year I try to make mental note of one thing that we definitely need to replace the following year so that when things start hitting the stores, I know what I'm in the market for. And this year, it was all about the garland. In my sleigh, I added my IKEA Santa and some snowflakes I picked up after season a few years back from TJ Maxx. On my recliner, I used a rug from IKEA to create a pillow sleeve using a little hot glue and a pillow I already owned. Back here, I have the sign I picked up at Michael's with all of the reindeers' names on it in front of my thrifted mirror, and another finished project, these shutters that I'll be sharing with you guys in an upcoming video. You won't believe what they started out as. I also picked up these little lanterns at Hobby Lobby this year. They were just $2.50 each, and those little battery operated candles I found on Amazon. I love them because they're remote control and I never have to take them out to turn them on. Over here above my thrifted dresser, I hung an old berry wreath that I've had for many years. And down below, I was able to use the tray I picked up after Halloween for 90% off at Target. I just added some burlap to it and this vase that I got after Christmas on clearance from Hearth and Hand last year. It was just $5 and it had a Christmas tree in it that I removed. I added some of the hay from my hay bales during fall and my mom's nativity. She's no longer with us, so it's very special to me, and I like having it in a vase. It just protects it a little bit more. Now, heading over to our mantle, I was not sure what I wanted to do this year. I had a few of these little wooden houses from past years and clearance sales at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. And then I found some of the metal houses from Target and gave them a quick little makeover, along with this little red lantern that I picked up from Walmart this year. I added a red beaded garland that I've had for many years and a few little wreaths to the houses from the Target Bullseye's Playground. Back behind my houses is another garland from Walmart that I added fairy lights and some berries from the Dollar Tree too. Now moving over to our tree, I used a lot of picks in our tree. I like a really full, colorful tree, and this is actually a new purchase this year. Our lights for our tree went out and we were going to have to purchase at least new lights. When you add in the price of a fresh tree, it just made sense to at least look at buying a new tree. And I found this one called the Scottsdale at Walmart for $99. It has a very realistic look to it, and it is pre-lit with 400 lights. We used a lot of our old ornaments, a ton of picks, and just a handful of new ornaments from the 99-cent only store. You will notice I did DIY a few ornaments to look like dupes of the Hearth and Hand ornaments in my colors of red and white. And then there's our tree topper. When I took our star out of my tote, it was crushed. And I was a little crushed because we had just purchased a new tree. So I just pulled out some ribbon I wish I had a lot more of and went with a bow and some more picks that I already own. I am not in love with it, but now I can make mental note that next year we need a new star. I really wish I had more of this red striped ribbon. I really like it, but since I ran out, I just added a little bit of burlap for some fullness, and I'm calling it done. Another project is this new coffee table. I picked it up secondhand for $15, painted it and refinished it, and it is perfect in our tiny little living room. This is a throw I bought at Big Lots a few years ago. Now I'm just going to quickly take you back into the kitchen so you can see the gingerbread cupboard at night all lit up before I take you out front to see our outside decor. In our front yard, we like to go all out. There are a lot of little kids in our neighborhood and they get so excited. Last year, my husband and son helped me make this gingerbread house out of a sheet of plywood. And our inflatables are from Walmart a few years back. The giant lollipops were a DIY I did as a Christmas in July here on my channel. Whether you are fully decorated and ready to celebrate, or just starting out your Christmas decor, I hope you enjoyed seeing how we decorated our home this year. If you'd like to see more Christmas home tours, please check out the playlist linked below in the description. I want to say a special thanks to all the ladies who participated in bringing their home tours to you with me today. Thank you all for watching, and Merry Christmas from our home to yours.